trust. Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. Scoffer is the name of the arrogant, haughty man who acts with arrogant pride.
Everybody, I'm Tony. Welcome to
The desire of the sluggard kills him, for his hands refuse to labor.
Remember, don't overdo it.
All day long he
You should be taking
craves
supplements
and
by now.
craves,
Remember,
but
we're
the
gonna use
righteous
dumbbells.
gives
We
and
got
does not
dumbbells
hold
back there.
back.
He's gonna be using those. Sean's gonna have
The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination.
towel nearby.
How much more when he brings it with evil
remember,
intent?
Have a chair nearby for the dips.
A false witness will perish, but the word of a man who hears will endure.
And exhale the
A
chin.
wicked man puts on a bold face, but the upright gives thought to his ways.
Neck, work the weight all the way down.
No wisdom, no understanding, no counsel can avail against the Lord.
Left shoulder.
The horse is made ready for the day of battle,
No rush.
but the
You don't wanna
victory
go back.
belongs
Go
to the
rough on
Lord.
neck. Here we go to the right side again.
Chapter 22.
Back down to the front.
A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver or gold.
Back down to the front.
The rich and the poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all.
Good. Back down to the front.
The
Back
prudent
down to
sees
left side.
danger and hides himself, but the simple go on and suffer for it.
Back down to the front. And head up.
The reward for
Shoulder.
humility and fear of the Lord is riches and honor and life.
That's two.
Thorns and snares are in the way of the crooked. Whoever guards his soul will keep far from them.
And let's
Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave of the lender.
reach behind. Grab
Whoever
right
sows
elbow,
injustice
left
will
knee,
reap calamity,
shoulder, and also
and the rod of his fury will fail.
bring it out.
Whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the
Open
poor.
up that shoulder. Good.
Drive out a scoffer, and strife will go out, and quarreling and abuse will cease.
Open up that shoulder.
He who loves purity of heart, and whose speech is gracious,
Open
will
up
have
that
the king
stance, you
as his
guys.
friend.
Take a deep breath up. Here we go.
The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the traitor.
Turn that right foot out. Down.
The sluggard says, "There is a lion outside, I shall be killed in the streets."
And eyes on that thumb.
The mouth of forbidden women is a deep pit.
Direction.
He with whom the Lord is angry will fall into it.
Other side.
Folly
Turn
is
that
bound
foot
up in
out.
the heart of a child,
Reach up
but the
top.
rod of discipline drives it far from him.
And reach over with the right hand.
Whoever oppresses the poor to increase his own wealth, or gives to the rich, will only come to
And three
poverty.
chest stretches. Here we go. There's one. Pull wide.
Incline your
across the
ear
chest.
and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge.
How we
For it
doing
will
back
be
there,
pleasant
everybody?
if you keep them within you, if all of them are ready on your lips.
And
That your trust may be in the Lord, I have made them known to you today,
wide
even to
across
you.
the chest.
Have I not written for you 30 sayings of counsel and knowledge, to make you know what is right and true, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you? Do not rob the poor because he is poor, or crush the afflicted at the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause, and rob of life those who rob them.
Don't rush here, guys.
Make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. Be not one of those who gives pledges, who put up security for
You can
debts.
engage the legs.
If you have nothing with which to pay, why should your bed be taken from under you?
Let's go back to center with the
Do
deep
not
breath.
move the ancient landmark that your fathers have set.
Exhale over to the left side.
Do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure
Deep breath to
men.
center again. And exhale over the right side, bending your right knee.
Chapter
Bring the right foot
23.
out a little bit. The left leg
When you sit
straight.
down to
Make
eat
sure
with a
the knees
ruler,
over the ankle.
observe carefully what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are given to appetite. Do not desire his delicacies, for they are deceptive food.
Deep breath to center.
Do not toil to acquire
To the
wealth.
other side.
Be
Same
discerning
thing on the
enough
left
to
side.
desist.
Knees over the ankle. Leg
When your
straight,
eyes light on it,
forward.
it is gone. For suddenly it sprouts wings,
There,
flying
lean
like an
center.
eagle toward heaven.
Exhale over and let's turn.
Do not eat the bread of a man who is stingy. Do not desire his delicacies, for he is like one who is inwardly calculating. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you.
One tension and lose that toe from there.
You will vomit up the
Now,
morsels
if you
that
can't
you have
stroke the
eaten
right leg,
and
that's no
waste your pleasant
We'll leave
words.
you like that, that's fine.
Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the good sense of your words.
You're going down.
Do not move an ancient landmark or enter the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is strong, he will plead their cause
Number two,
against you.
use 3 times. Last time on the right side.
Apply your heart to instruction and your ear to words of
Take a
knowledge.
deep breath to center.
Do not withhold discipline from a
Exhale over
child.
to the left.
If you strike him with a rod, he will not die.
Same thing
If you
here,
strike
3
him with the
times.
rod, you will save his soul from Sheol. My son, if your heart is wise, my heart too will be glad.
And down.
My inmost being will exult when your lips speak what is right. Let not your heart envy sinners, but continue in the fear of the Lord all the day.
Last one up.
Surely there is a future, and your hope will not be cut off.
Here we go. We're going to do a waist stretch.
Hear, my son, and be wise, and direct your heart in
Reach
the
up
way.
with the right hand.
Be not among drunkards or among gluttonous eaters of meat, for the drunkard and the glutton will come to poverty, and slumber will clothe them with rags.
Keep breathing.
Listen to your father who gave you life,
Fire spread.
and do not despise your mother when she
Good.
is
Let's come
old.
on down.
Buy truth, and do not sell it. Buy wisdom, instruction, and understanding. The father of the righteous will greatly
How do I
rejoice.
feel that? You guys
He
feel
who
that?
fathers a wise son will be glad in him.
All right. Both hands down.
Let your
the floor.
father and mother be glad.
Hands,
Let her who bore you
knees,
rejoice.
Roll up real slow.
My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes observe my ways.
Your head's the
For a
last one to come up.
prostitute is a deep pit,
Shins
an
up the
adulteress
chest.
is a narrow well.
That's the
She
stretch.
lies in wait like a robber and increases the traitors among
Here we
mankind.
go. This is it.
Who has woe? Who has sorrow?
Down.
Who has strife?
Up. Hold.
Who has
Down.
complaining?
Hold.
Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of eyes?
Good.
Those who
Down,
tarry
hold.
long over wine.
That's the
Those
base.
who go to try mixed
Back
wine.
flat. Stomach
Do not look at
strong.
wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup and goes down smoothly. In the end, it bites like a serpent and stings like an adder.
Really good. Okay, let's go.
Your
to
eyes will see strange things, and your heart utter perverse things. You will be like one who lies down in the midst of the sea, like one who lies on the top of a mast.
Send those knees.
They struck me, you will say, but I was not hurt. They beat me, but I did not feel it. When shall I awake? I must have another drink.
Just like that. Good straight arm. All the way up. Good form.
Chapter 24.
That's good. Let's check out.
Be not envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them. For their hearts devise violence, and their lips talk of trouble. By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By
Nice.
knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant
That's
riches.
really, really important.
A wise man is full of
I want to
strength,
hear that. Read it.
and a man of knowledge enhances his might.
There you go.
For by wise guidance you can wage your war, and in abundance of counselors there is
We're almost
victory.
finished. Here we go. Military
Wisdom is too high for a fool. In the gate he does not open his mouth.
You guys all set
Whoever
up?
plans to do evil will be called a
Try the other
schemer.
again.
The devising of folly is sin,
Nice and forward.
and the scoffer is an abomination to mankind.
Nice.
If you faint in the day of adversity, your
Chest
strength
up,
is small.
eyes are forward.
Rescue
Good.
those
If
who
you
are
have any
being
pressure on
taken
your
away
lower
to
back,
death.
that means the weight's too
Hold
heavy.
back those
You
who are
need to lighten
stumbling
things
to
up.
the slaughter.
Let's go and check these guys out.
If you say, Behold, we did not know this,
Good.
does not he who weighs the heart perceive it?
Forward.
Does not he who keeps watch over your soul know it?
Reach up
And
tall.
will he not repay man according to his work?
Hit the bands, which makes it really, really tough.
My son, eat honey, for it is good, and the drippings of the honeycomb are sweet to your taste. Know that wisdom is such to your soul. If you find it, there will be a future, and your hope will not be cut off.
We're almost in a bicep.
Lie not in wait as a wicked man against the dwelling of the righteous. Do no violence to his home. For the righteous falls 7 times and rises again,
Bring them right
but the
up.
wicked stumble in times of calamity.
Standard bicep.
Do not rejoice when your enemy falls,
Make sure the arm
and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and be displeased, and turn away his anger
Bend
from
those
him.
knees just a touch. Sean,
Fret
there.
not yourself because of evildoers, and be not envious of the wicked, for the evil man has no future. The lamp of the wicked will be put out.
Because it helps your back.
My son, fear the Lord and the king, and do not join with those who do otherwise.
All right.
For disaster will arise suddenly from them, and who knows the ruin that will come from them both.
Boom. Just like that.
These also are sayings of the wise.
That's it.
Partiality in judging is not good. Whoever says to the wicked, you are in the right, will be cursed by peoples, abhorred by nations. But those who rebuke the wicked will have delight, and a good blessing will come upon them.
Raise it up.
Whoever gives an honest answer kisses the lips.
Raise it up. Just like that.
Prepare your work outside, get everything ready for yourself in the field, and after that build your house.
Parallel behind your head and straighten it out.
Be not a witness against your neighbor without cause, and do not deceive with your lips. Do not say, I will do to him as he has done to me. I will pay the man back for what he has done. I passed by the field of a sluggard, by the vineyard of a man lacking sense. And behold, it was all overgrown with thorns. The ground was covered with nettles, and its stone wall was broken down.
5 reps to
Then
go.
I saw and considered it. I looked and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a
You
robber,
guys are done.
and
Hop
want
to
like
the
an
side.
armed
Switch
man.
the feet. Right hand's on the hip. Reach it up tall. Same form.
Chapter
then
25.
form to the other side.
These
Nice
also
and
are
straight
Proverbs
top.
of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of
Reach up
Judah,
and breathe.
copied.
Bend those knees, you guys. It's really
It
important.
is the
Never
glory of
changes
God
after
to
any of these
conceal
exercises.
things, but the glory of
So if
kings
you got
is to
shoulder
search
issue,
things
remember you
out.
can always do a kick back exercise.
As the
like
heavens
this.
for height, and the earth for depth, so the heart of kings is unsearchable.
Look how you guys are doing, guys.
Take away the dross from the silver, and the smith has material for a vessel.
You don't need any help.
Take away the
Fantastic.
wicked from the presence of the king, and his throne will be established in righteousness. Do not put yourself forward in the king's presence, or stand in the place of the great. For it is better to be told, come up here, than to be put lower in the presence of a noble.
Last one.
What your eyes have seen, do not hastily bring into court. For what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to
Got one
shame?
corner.
Argue your case with your neighbor himself, and do not reveal another's secret, lest he who hears you bring shame upon you, and your ill repute have no end.
Step. Left leg.
A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in a setting of silver.
Back again.
Like a gold ring or an ornament of gold is a wise
Back legs
reprover
are nice
to a
and straight,
listening
you guys.
ear.
Boom. Make sure that knee's over the
Like the
ankle.
cold of snow in the time of harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him. He refreshes the soul of his masters. Like clouds and wind without rain is a man who boasts of a gift he does not
Let's see
give.
going back.
With patience a ruler may be persuaded, and a soft tongue will break a bone. If you have found honey, eat only enough for you, lest you have your fill of it and vomit
Straighten
it.
that back leg for me, Sean. I know you
Let
can
your
do
foot
it.
be seldom in your neighbor's house, lest he have his fill of you and hate you. A man who bears false witness against his neighbor is like a war club or a sword or a sharp arrow.
Nice.
Trusting in a treacherous man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth or a foot that
First thing we
slips.
stretch are the quads because we just used
Whoever sings songs to a heavy heart is like one who takes off a garment on a cold day, and like vinegar on soda. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you.
Okay.
The north wind brings forth rain, and a backbiting tongue,
Now go
angry
back to the right
looks.
leg. We're going to stretch the calf.
It is better to live in a corner of a housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. Like cold water to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. Like a muddied spring or a polluted fountain is a righteous man who gives way before the
Switch
wicked.
sides. Here we go. Other side.
It is not good to eat much honey, nor is it glorious to seek one's own glory.
All right, let's get the shoulders.
A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls.
Guys, wide feet.
Chapter
Here we go. Shoulder
26.
chest. Deep breath.
Like snow in summer or rain in harvest, so honor is not fitting for a fool.
Good.
Like a
Stretch
sparrow
is
in
good.
its
You guys
flitting,
ready for the next
like a
round?
swallow in its
Flying
flight.
push-ups.
A curse that is causeless does not alight. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey,
Same form.
and a rod for the back of fools.
Hold.
Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest you be like him yourself.
Same as the first round.
Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes.
Heads are not up and heads are
Whoever
not
sends a
down.
message by the hand of a fool cuts off his own feet and drinks violence.
Down, hold, and up.
Like a lame man's legs, which hang useless, is a proverb in the mouth of fools.
Good form.
Like one who binds the stone in the sling is one who gives honor to a fool.
15 here.
Like a thorn that goes up into the hand of a fool is a proverb in the mouth of fools.
Here we go.
Like an archer who wounds everyone is one who hires a passing fool or drunkard. Like a dog that returns to his vomit is a fool who repeats his folly.
Like heavy pants, same
Do
position.
you see a man who is wise in his own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him.
Just like that.
The The sluggard says, "There's a lion in the road. There's a lion in the streets." As a door turns on its hinges, so does a sluggard on his bed.
Good.
The sluggard buries his hand in the dish. It wears him out to bring it back to his mouth. The sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7
What you
men
don't
who
want to
can
do
answer
is make
sensibly.
a shoulder exercise. All right?
Whoever meddles in a quarrel not his own is like one who takes a passing dog by the
We
ears.
got a few more reps to go.
Like a madman who throws firebrands, arrows, and death is the man who deceives his neighbor and says, "I am only joking."
Good. Next, is
For lack
swimmer's
of
press.
wood, the
It's
fire
like
goes
the
out,
standard
and
press.
where there is no whisperer, quarreling
Bring it
ceases.
down. Guys ready?
As charcoal to hot embers and wood to
Knees are
fire,
bent still.
so
Back
is a
is straight.
quarrelsome man
Chest
for
is up.
kindling strife.
Place them right here at the top of a curl.
The words of a whisperer are like delicious morsels that go down into the inner
Just
parts of
like
the
that,
body.
at that pace.
Like the glaze covering an earthen vessel are fervent lips with an
Program. 1, 2.
evil
Don't
heart.
overdo it with the weights. A lot of pressure
Whoever
here on the
hates
shoulders.
disguises himself with his lips and
Adjust your
harbors
weight
deceit
accordingly.
in
Let's
his
see what
heart.
everybody's doing behind you.
When he speaks graciously, believe him not. For there are 7 abominations in his heart.
Resistance bands
Though
really
his
work, don't
hatred
they?
be covered with deception, his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly.
Good. You want to come nice and low down the
Whoever
bottom of
digs
the
a
curl.
pit will fall into it. The stone will come back on him who starts it rolling. A lying tongue hates its victims, and a flattering mouth works ruin. Chapter
Right
27.
from here, get your weights.
Do not boast about tomorrow,
Now we're
for
going
you
to
do not know what a
one
day
foot
may
in front of
bring.
the other. Knees are bent. Chest
Let
is
another
up.
praise you,
Open up
and
those
not
hands
your
off
own
to the
mouth,
side.
a stranger and not your own lips.
Down.
A stone is heavy, and sand is weighty,
Don't bend over.
but a fool's
Straighten the
provocation
arms to the bottom.
is heavier than
All
both.
the way open. And then all the way
Wrath is cruel, anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before
Nice
jealousy?
straight arm. Perfect.
Better is open rebuke than hidden love.
Really, really toned up the biceps. It's a great,
Faithful
great
are the
exercise.
wounds of a
Nice
friend.
breathing, you guys.
Profuse are the
Looking good.
kisses
Remember,
of an
8 to
enemy.
15 reps. Whatever you can do, we're going to do 15.
One who is full loathes
You got
honey,
5 left.
but to one who is hungry,
4 left.
everything
Here
bitter
we
is
go.
sweet.
Finish them off with a Here we go.
Like a bird that strays from its nest is a man who strays from his home.
2 to go. Last
Oil
one.
and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest
We're gonna try
counsel.
this. We're gonna give you a side profile so see what it
Do
looks
not
like.
forsake
Bend
your
over,
friend and your father's friend,
straighten them in the back.
and do not go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity.
Bent over.
Better is a
big
neighbor
bend in
who is
the
near
knees.
than a
Start
brother
the
who is
shoulders,
far away.
Keep kicking back and pause it for
Be
a second.
wise, my son, and make my heart glad, that I may answer him who reproaches me. The prudent sees danger and hides himself,
Good, good, good.
but the simple go on
Backs
and
are
suffer
straight.
for it.
Don't cock the head down too much. Think
Take a
all the
man's
way to the
garment when he has
shoulders.
put up security for a stranger,
There you
and
go.
hold it in
Squeeze
pledge
back
when he
here
puts
at
up
the top.
security for an
Right there, bang.
adulteress.
Excellent. Make sure to breathe.
Whoever
Also,
blesses his
remember,
neighbor with a loud voice,
exercise is
rising
tough, so
early in
lightweights
the morning, will be counted as
the
cursing.
shoulders and the triceps. We got 4 reps to go. Here we
A
go.
continual dripping on a rainy day and a quarrelsome wife are alike. To restrain her is to restrain the wind, or to grasp oil in one's right hand. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another.
Last around 2. We're going to do
Whoever
lunge,
tends a
squat,
fig tree
combo.
will eat its
Right
fruit,
leg first,
and
just
he
like
who
the lunge,
guards his
we do
master
squats
will be
between.
honored.
We do 3. Here we go.
As in water, face reflects face, so the heart of man reflects the man. Sheol and Abaddon are never satisfied, and never satisfied are the eyes of man.
Go left leg.
The crucible is for silver, and the furnace is for gold, and a man is tested by his praise.
And 3. Here we go.
Crush a fool in a mortar with a pestle along with crushed grain,
No reason to rush
yet
this.
his folly will not
Let's take it.
depart from him.
Let's check the form. Let's see.
Know well the condition of your flocks, and give attention to your herds,
And turn.
for riches do not last forever.
Right
And
leg
does a
back,
crown
leg straight.
endure
You can
to
make
all
it, Sean.
generations?
Let's see those squats.
When the grass is gone and the new growth appears, and the vegetation of the mountains is gathered, the lambs will provide your clothing, and the goats the price of a field.
Come on back.
There will be enough goat's milk for your food,
All right, last one.
for the
Last
food
time.
of your
Come on,
household,
bring it
and
on.
maintenance for your
Big lunge,
girls.
put knee over the ankle, legs got to be straight. Really, really important. 3 squats. 1, 2. See how they
Chapter
stand up nice and
28.
tall every time? Hands
The
up,
wicked
bounce.
flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Excellent. At the end of round
When a
2,
land
we're going to take a little
transgresses, it
water
has
towel
many
break.
rulers,
So grab
but
some
with a
water.
man of understanding
Remember,
and
you guys,
knowledge,
there's no
its
reason to
stability
overdo
will long
Starting out
continue.
this level 1, 2. So take
A
your
poor
time.
man who oppresses
check
the
your weights,
poor
make sure you're not
is
lifting
a
too
beating
hard.
rain that
Really
Those who forsake the law praise the wicked, but those who keep the law strive against them.
Here we go.
Evil
Go
men
into our
do not
stretch,
understand justice,
and we're gonna do
but
our quads
those who
first.
seek the Lord
Grab the
understand
right
it
ankle.
completely.
Get that quad.
Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity
Nice and tall.
than a rich man who is crooked in his ways.
And other side.
The one who keeps the law is a son with understanding, but a
Let's get that right
companion of
hamstring
gluttons
calf.
shames his father.
Get you
Whoever
down.
multiplies his wealth by interest and profit gathers it for him who is generous to the poor. If one turns away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer is an abomination.
Big chest stretch. Here we go.
Whoever misleads the upright into an evil way will fall into his own
Let's do
pit,
it again.
but the blameless will have a goodly inheritance.
And wide.
A rich man is wise in his own eyes,
Okay,
but
round
a poor
three,
man who
7,
has
7, 7. Right
understanding
on the
will find
floor.
him out.
7 wide, 7 close.
When the
7
righteous
stand.
triumph,
Same
there is
kind of
great
feet.
glory.
Down.
But when the wicked rise, people hide themselves.
Hold.
Whoever conceals his transgressions will not prosper, but he who confesses
Sean,
and
you get
forsakes
wider than
them
that. Come
will
on.
obtain mercy.
Yeah, I knew you had it. That's nice and wide.
Blessed is the one who fears the Lord
Head
always,
straight.
but
Stomach
whoever
and back
hardens
nice
his
and
heart
tight.
will
Make sure
fall
to
into
breathe.
calamity.
Good, good, good.
Like a roaring
Switch
lion
over
or a
to the close
charging
ones.
bear is a wicked ruler
Go.
over a poor
Nice and
people.
tight. Just like that.
A ruler who lacks understanding is a cruel oppressor, but he who hates unjust gain will
See how
prolong
close my
his
hands are?
days.
That's really, really important.
If one is burdened with the blood of another,
Don't let those elbows
he will be a
flare.
fugitive
Okay.
until death.
Good.
Let no one help
See, at
him.
least you gotta get those elbows nice and tight. Too wide.
Whoever walks in integrity will be delivered, but he who is crooked in his way will suddenly fall.
It's a tough one.
Whoever works his land will
All
have
right,
plenty of
last
bread,
one, close one.
but
Don't
he
bring the
who
hands a
follows
little wider
worthless
enough. The original
pursuits
ones
will
we
have
did
plenty of
about
poverty.
wide and crack those
A faithful man will abound with blessings,
out. Hold,
but whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished.
hold,
To show partiality is not good,
hold. I'm checking on
but
you.
for a piece of bread a man will do wrong.
Bring more. Down.
A stingy man hastens after wealth and does not know that poverty will come upon him.
Hold and sit.
Whoever rebukes a man will afterward find
Next
more
one,
favor
back
than
to the
he who
side. It's
flatters
called
with his
lawnmower.
tongue.
Like you're starting a lawnmower.
Whoever
Inhale
robs
on the
his
ground.
father or his mother and
Grab
says,
the table with your left
"That
foot.
is no
Grab the
transgression,"
hand with your right hand.
is a
and
companion
hold
to a
across
man
the
who destroys.
right leg straight. These are the
A
ankles.
greedy man stirs
Big
up
back
strife, but the one who trusts in the Lord will be enriched. Whoever trusts in his own mind is a fool,
Just starting out here.
but he who walks in wisdom will be delivered.
Don't
Whoever gives to the
yourself.
poor
Let's see
will not
the form
want,
right there.
but he who hides his eyes will get many a curse.
See this twist
When the
movement that
wicked
Lisa has?
rise,
It's really, really
people
important.
hide
She's
themselves,
extending back.
but when they perish,
Got a nice
the
straight
righteous
line here.
increase.
Knees over her ankle. Really breathing, I swear to God. Let's see Sean. He's got the
Chapter
resistance
29.
bands. A lot of tension at the top of that
He
motion.
who is often reproved yet stiffens his neck will suddenly be broken
Two
beyond
more, they're
healing.
going to switch sides.
When the righteous
Right, you
increase,
got
the people
That's it.
rejoice.
Let's go other side.
But when the wicked
Remember at
rule,
home,
the people
you
groan.
do 15 reps here too.
He who
Right away,
loves wisdom
left
makes
hand.
his father glad, but a companion of prostitutes squanders his wealth.
The form doesn't change.
By
Exactly
justice
the
a
way it
king
was
builds
there.
up the land,
Let's see you guys.
but
That's
he who
excellent.
exacts gifts tears it down.
Big twist. You see the twist at the
A
top?
man who flatters his neighbor
Extends a lot
spreads a
more
net
movement
for
in the
his
chest,
feet.
So that's a lot more.
An evil man is ensnared in his transgression, but a righteous man
One thing
sings
about
and
the resistance
rejoices.
bands, you'll notice not as much
A
tension
righteous
at the
man
bottom,
knows the
top.
rights of the poor.
Just as good an
A
exercise.
wicked man does not understand such knowledge.
We got 4 more here. I'll jump in there with you. and
Scoffers
finish.
set a city aflame, but the wise turn away wrath.
Last
If a wise man has an argument with a fool, the fool only rages and laughs, and there is no quiet.
shoulder flies. You might want to let me wait a little bit here.
Bloodthirsty men hate one who is blameless, and seek the
8,
life of
15
the
reps.
upright.
One foot's in front of the other.
A fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds it back.
Follow me.
If a ruler listens to falsehood, all his officials will be wicked.
Bang. Just like that.
The poor man and the oppressor meet together.
Nice and high.
The Lord gives light to the eyes of both.
Great exercise for shaping.
If a king faithfully judges the poor, his throne will be established
Important thing
forever.
is, see how high your elbows are?
The rod and
She's not up
reproof
like this.
give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to
Great for
his
this
mother.
exercise. You really feel it here, don't you?
When the wicked increase, transgression increases,
Straight back.
but the righteous will look upon their
Breathing.
downfall.
See how wide she is? It's really important. That width is really
Discipline
nice.
your son,
The leg
and
weight.
he will give you rest.
Great,
He will
guys.
give delight to your heart.
3 left.
Where there is no prophetic vision, the people cast off restraint,
Last
But blessed is he who
Keep your
keeps the
weight
law.
doing 21. It's a bicep
By
exercise.
mere words a servant is
7
not
low,
disciplined,
7 high,
for though he
7 all the way.
understands, he will not
Knees
respond.
bent, back and straight.
Do you see a man who is hasty in his words?
Only to here.
There is more hope for a fool than for
Only
him.
to here. Straight arms to the bottom.
Whoever pampers his servant from childhood will, in the end, find him his heir.
Right to there.
A man of wrath stirs up
Everything's the same, the
strife,
lower half.
and
Notice,
one given to
knees are always
anger
bent,
causes much
back is always straight,
transgression.
chest is always up.
One's
eyes are
pride
forward.
will bring him
The great
low,
arm blaster
but
really
he
shapes
who is
it. 7
lowly in
low, now we
spirit
go
will
7
obtain
high. Ready,
honor.
go 7 high. Go. Boom.
Partner of a thief hates his own life. He hears the curse, but discloses nothing.
Make sure your knees are bent.
The fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is safe.
You really feel this, don't you?
Many seek the face of a ruler, but it is from the Lord that a man gets justice.
Good. Now you do the full Monty.
An
Let's go.
unjust
All the
man
way up.
is an abomination to the righteous,
All the way up.
but one whose way is straight
Good.
is an abomination to the wicked.
Sean, real nice. Chest up. See how they're not moving around? They're not jerking around? This is really, really important.
Chapter
We
30.
grab some chairs because in a
The
few
words of
beats, we got
Achan,
2
son
left.
of Jacob,
We do some
the
dips.
oracle.
Last one.
The
Boom.
man
Now,
declares,
put your weights away.
I am
One,
weary,
dips.
O God.
We're gonna
I
triceps
am
to the back
weary,
of the
O God,
shoulders.
and worn out.
Find a nice,
Surely
strong,
I am
sturdy
too
chair.
stupid to be a man.
Place your hands on
I
each
have
side.
not the
Your
understanding
hips.
of a man.
Straight
I have not
legs.
learned wisdom,
Scoot out so you
nor
can
have I
feel your back.
knowledge of the Holy One.
Nice and deep.
Who has ascended to heaven and come down?
You can't go down this slope.
Who has gathered the wind in his fists? Who has wrapped up the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the
Option 1
earth?
is option 2.
What is his name, and what is his son's name? Surely you know.
You see their pace? They're not
Every
rushing it,
word
not
of
overdoing
God
it.
proves true.
They're going almost
He is a
parallel with
shield
your
to
arm.
those who take refuge in him. Do not add to his words, lest he rebuke you and you be found a liar.
Toes are up.
2 things I ask of
2
you.
more, you guys.
Deny them not to me before I die.
All right.
Remove far from me falsehood and
3
lying.
part
Give me
squats.
neither poverty nor riches.
Close.
Feed me with the food that is
Wider.
needful for me,
Even wider.
lest I be full and deny you, and say,
8.
Who is the Lord?
Each one.
Or lest I be poor and
You guys
steal,
ready?
and profane
Like
the
a
name
pair
of
of
my
skis.
God.
Bring it up.
Do not slander a servant to his master, lest he curse you, and you be held guilty. There are those who curse their fathers, and do not bless their mothers.
Knees
There are
over
those who are
toes.
clean
She's
in
not
their
going
own
up.
eyes, but are not washed of their
Nice
filth.
and tall.
There are those, how lofty are their eyes, how high their
Good,
eyelids
Sean.
lift.
Nice and tall.
There are those whose teeth are swords, whose fangs are knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, the needy from among mankind.
Hands on
The
the
leech
thighs.
has 2 daughters, give and give. 3 things are never satisfied.
8 reps.
4 never
Each
say enough.
chest is up. eyes
Sheol,
forward.
the barren womb,
Let's see, you guys.
the land never satisfied with
Oh,
water,
that's so nice.
and the fire that never
Looks
says
really good.
enough.
Nice straight backs, you guys. Sometimes
The
we
eye
can't
that
really
mocks a
believe
father
it.
and scorns to obey a mother
Last one.
will be picked out by the ravens of the valley and eaten by the vultures.
Good. Hands are here. We got
3
push out.
things are
Last
too
one.
wonderful for me.
Push the knees
4
out.
I do not understand.
Push the
The
knees
way
out.
of an eagle in the sky, the way of a serpent on a rock, the way of a ship on the high seas,
Drive that pelvis forward.
and the way of a
Turn
man
those
with a
knees out.
virgin.
Heads up. Nice little pause at the bottom.
This is the way of an adulteress. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, I
Just
have
like
done no
that.
wrong.
Guys, nice and deep.
Under 3 things the earth trembles. Under 4 it
Do that
cannot bear
quiet.
up.
Here it comes. Stand tall.
A slave when he becomes
Grab a
king,
foot.
and a fool when he is filled with food.
Remember, use the
An
chair.
unloved woman when she gets a husband, and a maidservant when she displaces her mistress. 4 things on earth are small, but they are exceedingly wise.
Calf, bend over.
The ants are a people not strong, yet they provide their food in the summer.
Forward, guys.
The rock badgers are a people not mighty, yet they make their homes in the cliffs. The locusts have no king, yet all of them march in rank.
Pull
The
wide
lizard
across
you
the
can take in
chest.
your hands,
One
yet
more.
it is in kings' palaces.
Tall.
3 things are stately in their tread, 4 are stately in their stride.
Back.
The lion which is mightiest among beasts, and does not turn back before any.
Boom.
The strutting
That's it.
rooster,
Nice work. We're gonna see you
the
tomorrow for
he-goat,
cardio abs. Nice
and a
work, you
king
guys.
whose
Thank you
army
very
is with
much.
him.
Great. See you tomorrow.
If you have been foolish,